hopefully all those home preps got done today. It was definitely breezy and a lot cooler than yesterday, but a lot of sunshine. It was still an okay day outside. We are going to turn quite cold heading into tonight. We do again have those freeze warnings in effect, as well as the cold weather advisories in effect for tonight through tomorrow morning. So let's jump right in to our winter precipitation forecast and timeline. So you can tell that we're going to start to see rain chances increase along the coast first and gradually working inland. Once we get into tomorrow morning after about into Tuesday morning, I should say, after about midnight, that is when we're going to start to make the change over from rain into freezing rain, because that's when we're going to start to see the overlap in between those freezing surface temperatures and the rainfall. So you have to have freezing surface temperatures in order for that rain to stick and become freezing rain. Now, newer today, high resolution models are starting to indicate that the freezing layer, when you see this purple here, it's starting to expand upwards into the atmosphere. It's going a little bit deeper, and what that is going to allow it to do in our winter precipitation chances, we're going to start to see a little bit more of a mix of some sleet and possibly even a couple of little snow flurries heading into the end of these precipitation chances. You can see though, a lot of these places that do get sleet, they transition back to freezing rain as we see the atmosphere warming up a little bit further into the afternoon. So let's roll through Futurecast here and show you what that looks like. We've got our temperatures and feels like temperatures in the blue here. We're starting off pretty cloudy tomorrow morning. And as that low pressure system approaches us, that is when we see those rain chances increasing from the coast and working their way inland. So tomorrow afternoon, very chilly and damp. We're going to see the roads becoming damp as these rain showers trickle over the coastal bend. Now heading into Tuesday morning, that is when we started to see on that previous graphic some of the freezing rain starting to mix in, and we transition over to freezing rain heading into Tuesday morning. You can see pretty much all places where we're seeing rain, we also have those freezing surface temperatures, but right at the coast they stay a little bit above freezing, so I don't really foresee too many issues right at the immediate coast or on the islands for freezing rain. That being said, you could have a very brief little pop of some freezing rain as that's moving out of here, but again, most folks there are going to be seeing regular rain, and then as this moves out into Tuesday afternoon, we do eventually start to clear up. So what are our totals looking like? First, let's talk about rain, just regular cold rainfall heading into Monday afternoon. The highest totals are going to be found closer to our southeast where that low pressure system sets up, and then the further away you get from that, those rain chances do go down as well as the totals go down. But we could see a few isolated higher totals possible than what is shown here. Now let's talk about the freezing rain forecast. This is why we have that weather impact alert issued. We're going to see the highest totals or accumulations of freezing rain out towards the brush country and into our northern counties. Now this doesn't look like a lot of freezing rain, but even just a 1/10 of an inch of ice on any roadways can make for some dangerous travel. On top of that, any damp roadways still from the regular rain on Monday afternoon could refreeze heading into Tuesday morning. So again, even just a little bit of ice, what doesn't seem like a lot, can still cause major impacts into things like travel, some scattered power outages. All of those things are possible. So let's talk roadways. I know that's what everybody wants to know about. I think the probably worst time to be on the road, or the time to stay off the road, is going to be Tuesday morning into early Tuesday afternoon. And as we head further into Tuesday night and by Wednesday morning, hopefully a lot of that ice is clearing out as we see our temperatures warming back up. So freeze timeline, how long are we going to be freezing? This blue line here is for our coastal areas. You can see maybe a brief freeze heading into Wednesday morning, and then this darker blue line, this is for our inland areas, a hard freeze expected into Wednesday morning. And then our white line here, again, you can see Wednesday morning we have another weather impact alert for this freeze because it's going to be that cold and for quite a long time. Now wrapping up here, again, we have that first weather impact alert Monday night into Tuesday, the second one for the hard freeze I just mentioned into Wednesday morning. Heading into later next week, we finally and very slowly warm up and thaw out. Hopefully all of the weather issues this week should be at the beginning and middle of the week. We'll be right back after this.